Simone, you're not. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Simone Outeridge from Steeple, and we are a group of organisational psychologists and organisational development specialists who help you make great places to work. So Steeple stands for Success Through People. A little bit about me. I love coffee. I am a self-proclaimed coffee snob. I've been known, this is how bad it is, I've been known to walk out of coffee shops if I see the brand and I'm like, no, that's awful. So it's that bad. That was my dog Dexter. He unfortunately passed away just before Christmas last year, and he was a few days shy of his 15th birthday, but he was such a beautiful little dog and companion. This is my family, so my husband James, my son Jake in the middle who's 14, and my other son Zach who's 11, and that's them on the side too. Couldn't be two more different kids. Jake's all about the gains and how big his muscles are, and Zach's all about Taylor Swift. So, and I recently, a couple of years ago, I completed a Masters of Applied Positive Psychology at Melbourne Uni. I love exercising, so I'm in it's not quite CrossFit, but we do CrossFit style workouts, so it's called Hunted Fitness, so that's our group that it's a great group of people, a great community, and I love making and decorating cupcakes, so just a few things about me. Okay, so Steeple has been around for about 15 years, and we are kind of global, I suppose you could say. So we've got offices around Australia, in New Zealand and in the US as well. Now, there's quite a lot of leadership organisations and culture organisations around. What makes us different is that we are really scientific based. So we're science based, we're pragmatic. So what that means is that we take the science of leadership, of organisational culture, of workplaces and that type of thing, and well-being as well, so the science of well-being, and we make it practicable and applicable and easy to understand to put into your workplaces. So if it's, so we use a lot of assessments and things like that, and if they're not validated and reliable and rigorous, we just won't use them. So essentially we have an OE model, which is not this one. Yeah, no, that is this one. And the way that we do quite a lot of things, right? So I'll go through each of them briefly and focus on the ones that I do mostly in the organisation. But the way that we work with clients is first to understand their business. And the reason that we might come into a business is often people start their own businesses or have their own business because, they don't want to work for someone, they don't want to be told what to do. They want the freedom of, making loads of money that can often be the promise with, creating a business. But there gets a point where you either decide to stay where you are on your own, or you want to scale up and, grow your business. And in order to do that, you need to have people on your bus. You need to have the right people on your bus with the right capabilities and skill sets. Now, often people get promoted in workplaces as well because they're technically good at what they do, but they're not so good at then managing people. Or, it would be amazing if everyone you hired was the perfect person coming into your business, but often that's not the case because, we need to learn how to lead people and manage people, and, we develop skills as we're working as well. So that's what Steeple does, is help you get the people with the right ingredients. So firstly, recruit the right people, and then we help you to develop those people's skills and even your skills as well. So often, you've got your own business too, and you might not have the leadership skills necessary to create a great place to work either. So we can help you with that. So we basically understand what your business strategy is, where you want to go, what is the vision for your business, and then sometimes we will go into organisations as well and just sit there and be with people so that we can get a real understanding of what the challenges are in the workplace. So we've been working all year with a early learning centre, childcare centre. I've mentioned it before, but one of the things I did was I went in and visited a couple of the centres and saw how they operated, just so I could understand really what the challenges are for them and tailor the language that I'm using and the solutions that we suggest to the needs of that business as well. So yeah, that's what that's saying too. So this is our OE model. So we basically look at aligning. So are you aligning your culture and your strategy to where the business wants to go? Are you selecting the right people? Are we developing them? And then are we looking after their well-being? Because actually, productivity and well-being and having a great business go hand in hand with each other. So I'm probably breaking the presentation rules here with too many words on a screen, but it's kind of helpful just to know everything that we are doing. So let's start with the select. So what we do is we have a look at things like culture surveys, roadmaps. We help you unpack those and make sense of them, and then help you develop a plan to put in place to help with the data that comes out of those engagement surveys. There's always opportunities to grow and develop. So we will help you with what's called interventions, so it's just basically stuff to do to make things better. We'll do psychological assessments for people that you're recruiting. So this can be really helpful to make sure that you're getting the right people in your organisation, but also as a development plan. So there might, you're not going to ever get really the perfect person. There's always some places that people can grow and develop and learn, and these psychometric assessments can provide information on that. So you might hire the person and then say, okay, well, I know I need to work on these areas with them to help them grow and develop. What I do a lot of is down here in the develop and the thrive section. So I do one-on-one coaching with leaders. So it can be just one leader in an organisation that I'm working with and coaching, helping them to have behaviour change and positive behaviour change that sticks. And that's another thing that we're all about as well. There's processes to behaviour change and making sure that it sticks with you and it stays with you, and that's what coaching helps to do, is help people create the awareness. What happens often is that we'll go through life and we only see the world through our lens, and we don't sometimes see the forest for the trees. Pardon me. And so what coaching can do is help hold up a mirror to you so that you can gain awareness of yourself, and then awareness puts you in a position of power, because then you can start to make changes to be the person that you want to be, or be the leader that you want to be in your workplace. The other thing that we do, or I do a lot of, is high performance teams, workshops, but believe it or not, communication skills. So one of the biggest problems that we come across in organisations is people just don't talk well with each other. They don't know how to communicate. Nobody has difficult conversations because they're too afraid. So that's a lot of the work that we will do. We'll teach you how to have a conversation that's difficult, but feel like you're doing it in a kind and compassionate way. We will also help the team bond together through understanding each other, and again, some workshops and activities that we do. Is that 8 minutes already? And then engagement. So we have a great Leading for Performance and Wellbeing survey that we do, and we, particularly me, I like the wellbeing science. Having a master's in it, I look at how is the organisation's wellbeing going, and how is everyone's individual wellbeing going. So we do some workshops and assessments and things like that in that area, and you'll find that when people feel like they're taken care of, and that they're seen, heard and valued in their workplaces, they'll move mountains for you. This is our positive behaviour change model. Again, so it's not linear and it's not circular, but these are the areas that we focus on. So creating awareness of yourself and other people. You have to have a desire to change as well. So we tap into the motivation for people to make changes to themselves. Then we teach the skills and we help people practice them, give feedback, measure how you've gone, and then, kind of keep going. But sometimes we dance, around these areas as well. It's not linear. Okay, so if I've just really bombarded you with lots of different information about what we do, and you're still like, I'm not sure, and you want a coffee, let me know, my shout. That would be, like I said, I love coffee. I'm proclaiming, found the best coffee on the Gold Coast. So I'm happy to take you there. It's just in Mermaid Plaza. Melbourne grade coffee, I reckon. I'm a Melbourne snob then. I'm a Melbourne coffee snob, yes. Sorry, I should have prefaced that Melbourne coffee snob. Yeah. And these are some introductions that I would love, or connections with people. So if you know any of them, or know someone who might know of someone, and they like to drink coffee or hot chocolates, I don't mind. I'll buy someone a hot chocolate. I'd appreciate a connection with those people. GA Education, I don't actually have anyone in mind, but I just know they're in Varsity Lakes, so yeah.
God Coast would be good too, wouldn't it?
Who?
Yeah. God Coast.
God.
Very spiritual.
They are. So do you want to know one of the assessments that we use is called HBDI, and it's fantastic because it's all about thinking styles, and you fit into a colour. And basically, my thinking is very creative and people oriented, and I'm not very green, which is the detail, So hence, I'm not surprised that I've missed something there. I miss stuff like that all the time. I'm just not detailed. I'm planned and I've got lists, but in terms of detail, no. Whereas the person I work with up here, she's very detailed and, drives me nuts sometimes.
What was the name of the program?
Of what?
What was the name of the program that you said?
It's called HBDI with the assessment. So it's a thinking style assessment. So it's really good because it's not a normative assessment. So like we're all neurodivergent, right? But if you have got, so it's neurodivergent, neurodiversity or something, there's another word for it. But, so for people that, with autism or ADHD or that type of thing, it actually works for them too because it's about how you think. So it's not, it's not a normative assessment, meaning this is the norm and are you outside it? So, yeah, anyway, thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions?